And we're back. Speed squats, max effort pulls on the docket. I don't know why I said docket. I've never said docket before in my life, but that's what we are running today. And with the speed squats, switching things up a little bit because the last few weeks I was running chains and a free squat. And the reason I was running chains and a free squat the last few weeks is the previous wave when I was running bands in a box. Because of the pec surgery, because of not really knowing where I was in time or space, and because of having no semblance of a groove whatsoever, the bands were tossing me around and the box was allowing me to get away with bullshit that I shouldn't have been getting away with if I wanted to have it translate back to a free squat. So now that I have my free squat feeling dialed, now that I know where my groove is, now that I know what it actually feels like to get tight, bands, I'm going to be assertive with them so they aren't screwing up the groove. Box, I'm going to make sure that I'm staying tight on the box and not going anywhere weird with it. And this should be a better speed squat stimulus for me now that I'm in a spot where I can actually make it productive rather than having the bands in the box get in the way of producing the results that I want to be producing. So let's get rolling. All right, same deal as usual here, running 5 triples, trying to be as assertive with the bar as possible and trying to get back under as soon as we can, get the place loaded for the next guy so that we all get really out of breath. Good. Yep. Good. Yes.
Good.
Nice.
Head.
Squat. Yes.
Good control.
Pull. Yes. Elbows down. Yeah.
Up.
Yeah. Let's go. Yep.
Squats.
There's more. Fuck yeah. Thank you so much for not touching going the third. Squat. Pull. Yes. Pull. Good. Yep.
Keep your head tight on the box. Good. Good speed.
Head.
Keep the head.
Squat. Drive. Yeah. Drive. Drive. Yep. Pull. Head. Good. Head. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Head. Sick.
Good.
Yeah. Way better. Fuck yeah.
Fuck off.
Good. Pull. Drive. Keep it low. Better pause. Yes. Low. Yep. There you go. After how hard we were pushing it with the loading and the chains, that actually didn't feel that bad at all. Groove felt really solid. At the beginning of it, first couple sets, I was doing the stupid thing where I was getting too upright and the bar was wanting to fall off me again. So that was like a reminder to stay tight at the top, stay in it, not let myself flick up. And once I figured that out, they started feeling a whole lot better. So I would say mission accomplished for week 1 for sure. This is Millie, by the way, and we are on to the max effort deadlift of the day. And we're running a sumo 4-inch block pull. The reason that it's sumo is last week's deadlift of the bands was really gnarly, big PR, and I want something that I'm going to be bad at to limit loading a little bit because I am an atrocious sumo puller. So like doing something that's going to be hard for me will be good as well because it's going to really let me make sure that I'm finishing with my hips. And the reason that we are going off of a block is that I don't want to thrash my hips too hard since it's been a very long time since I pulled sumo. So let's work up. And I think I'm going to make Tyler pull conventional because he did a sumo block pull not long ago. That's going to be fun. trying to figure out where to put the camera where it's not going to be in the way and the lighting isn't going to suck. That's probably going to work. I always get comments that it's like impressive that I pull conventional. It's like, fuck, if I could pull sumo and I could pull well, 100% would pull sumo for a better total, but I can't, so conventional it is. Oh no, this isn't good. Yeah. Yeah. Today might be the day Tyler whoops my ass. Real Dr. Joel says I gotta shove my hips to the bar harder, so shove my hips to the bar harder. I mean, wasn't easy, but might have felt a little better. Yeah. I gotta figure this shit out better. And like, the fun of a hard variation is, can I figure this shit out in time to pull half decent top set? So, in fucking tighter. Let's go. Tension. That was better, eh? Okay. And what that was more leg tension and then T-spine extending off that leg tension to get me into a better start. Let's go, Tyler. In. Yeah. Liking my chances a little better at this point.
More better, less bad.
Tension. Pop.
Hold it. Use those balls. Now take it.
Okay, enough. Good. Getting a little more worried again. Man.
Let's go.
Tension.
Big quads.
Patience.
Woo. Yep. Quads. Tyler taken care of. Bathroom break taken care of. I don't know what to say next. Time to pull.
The hips in. Use the quads and be patient.
Fuck. Okay, that settles it. Conventional is cheating. So what is both funny and frustrating about sumo is that, like, it doesn't feel hard. It's just that the bar doesn't freaking move. And I guess, like, today, with the intent of being an underloading variation, mission accomplished on that front because I just missed a top set and feel like I hardly did anything. So that should do me pretty good for helping to freshen up a little bit. So on to accessories. And a couple minutes later, can definitely say the hips got some work in, even if it didn't quite feel like it at the time, but we're snatching. All right. Big old hip snap. Those are just freaking fun. And at home, I got the Elite FTS rack roller attachment thingy for split squats, which is really sick, and I'm kind of missing it. I kind of got to looking around the gym, and I was thinking, I can just put my back leg on the pad for this leg curl. It's a little bit low, but she's getting the job done. Yeah, that's gonna work. And if I lose my balance, plenty of shit I can grab onto here, but really shouldn't be losing my balance because I'm trying to pretend that I'm athletic. And belt squat that I do Nordics on is being used, GHR is being used, so I figure Andrew, gym owner, modified this thing, if I could not drop the camera, put wood in here, get the pad further back, so you can get into a bigger stretch on the leg curl bobber. So we're over here, let's try it out. I also have no idea where to put the camera, so this isn't a total thirst angle, so if you're not here for that, I apologize. If you are here for that, you're welcome. Whew, that is juicy in the bottom. Wow. I'm not used to that. It's kind of nice. Yeah, that feels really good to get to full knee extension and be able to pull out of it. We'll go up. It's either going to feel really good again or really bad. We'll see. Really good. Yeah. That's a good working weight with this range. Before he modified it, like full stack was too easy. That little bit extra stretch makes a world of difference. Oh boy. I forgot to put more weight on this side. What a silly goose. Yeah, here we go. We'll go up a bit again. Full stack is now very hard. That's what she said. That's a lot. Yeah. If you got one of these hammer curls and a gym owner, that is cool. I highly recommending to them to try that mod out because it makes this thing so much freaking better. Thank you, Andrew. So here is the current conundrum. That thing doesn't have a handle on it, so if I stick to the plan and just use whatever handle is there, not going to be very productive. That thing has plates in it already, so I don't have to load that many plates, but there's not enough plates on it, and I don't know if I'm going to be not lazy enough to do that. And trusted T-bar row is being used, so I don't know, thinking we'll have some plates on it. So 4 is either going to be nowhere near enough, just perfect, or way too much. So hopefully it's one of the first two options. We'll go 5. All right, got the straps on. Still going for the flexion extension intent here. And back on these single arm, trying to rotate around for more range, going karate chop grip. Karate chop grip. Get a little bit more range. It kind of gives me a little better feel as well when I'm doing them. And we're just going to push them hard. Same as pretty much everything I do accessory-wise. Work hard. Get a good squeeze. Try to mind muscle connect and be precise as we're doing it. And there's such a shitty misconception around accessory work with powerlifters because so many people just want to throw shit around because they think they're powerlifters and that it's going to be the best to just move as much weight on an accessory as possible. But if we're moving as much weight as possible on an accessory, and while doing that, we're going away from the stuff that we're trying to build, it's not going to help us. So prioritize trying to be as precise as you can and trying to put the load where it needs to go so you can actually get stronger from your accessory work. And a little nervous to run the 80s on here, but let's give her a whirl. These are feeling so much freaking stronger. All right, one more. It is so freaking exciting how good these feel. Considering how terrible they felt body weight not long ago. I was thinking about what could become a potential disadvantage of training conjugate if you don't understand why and how the loading is distributed within the training week. And like, if we're going to compare my training to someone like Bryce's training, Bryce has way more loading in the barbell movements compared to me. I do way more work on accessories compared to Bryce, and each of those have some degree of trade-off. And I was thinking about this specifically to direct torso work because Bryce hardly does any direct torso work, and myself, with the way I train, I am very dependent on it. And I think like with the torso work and a lot of accessories actually, it comes down to how much is that stuff being worked during the main work, and then do we need other stuff to continue to enhance it. And with the torso work, with how Bryce trains, with him doing so much more squat volume, so much more heavy deadlift volume than I do, his torso is getting at least a good enough stimulus to allow him to continue progressing on the barbell lifts. But with myself, if my speed work is relatively light, relatively low volume, my max effort work is heavy but very low volume, and that's really all I'm doing for barbell, my torso needs direct torso work. My torso needs more stimulus, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, and I do think that can become a positive as long as you're doing what I'm doing and doing enough torso work to drive stuff forward. But basically, if you're going to train conjugate, understand that we are not doing as much work as other training systems on the barbell lifts, and we do need to make it up on accessories. And if we are able to make it up on accessories and we're still getting enough stimulus on the barbell lifts, it can allow us to have higher intensity showings on the barbell lifts with our max effort work more often than someone that is training similarly to how Bryce does. Because if you are training higher frequency, if you're training barbell lifts more often, you can't afford to have Sandy singles multiple times a week every week because you will die. So just understand how and why things are distributed in whatever training system that you are using, and you're going to be able to take more advantage of it. And that is my thoughts for the day. Overall, very stoked with the session. In terms of being a bit of an underload, I'll say it again, that deadlift did a very good job because I got to do something kind of heavy. I don't feel like I worked that hard, and I am hoping that I feel pretty fresh to have a nice, big, juicy squat on the weekend. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and I appreciate the heck of you for sticking around. The heck out of you for sticking around. Yeah.